Before six figure, I was a freelance graphic designer. I did all of my own work. I stayed up late hours. I took phone calls that I shouldn't have been on, jobs that I shouldn't have taken. I wasn't making enough, and I didn't feel content in my everyday life. I had a lot of problems with scalability. I could only do as much as I could do in a day. I had a lot of issues with clients coming to me and demanding too much in too short of a time. I wasn't being able to challenge them with better prices because of better products, because I was limited with just what I personally could do. The program turned my freelance business into a complete agency. I now have 2 employees. I don't do as much of the day-to-day. I don't do $5 jobs. I'm making twice as what I had last year at this time, and it's growing exponentially. I'm still implementing the 5 modules that we learned and learning something new every day. I have the ability to reach out to Matt and Ian at any time still and get some great knowledge and advice when I need it.
Got it. And can you just share like some of the specifics around what what the program helped you do or build out?
One of my biggest wins after the program was a client interview that I had for a potential lead for a web design. I went through the sales script that Ian and Matt had put together. I followed it pretty much to a T, other than I had to be in person. And when it came down to the finances and the price, I was able to give them an onboarding commitment bonus, which was not too big. It was about $250 if they signed up with me within 7 days. And the first response that I got from them was that they had a board and they needed to decide in another 4 weeks, and I'd be lucky to hear from them in 6. And I heard from them on the 7th day, hey, let's do this, let's get that bonus, and we've been working together since. And that was a big win.
Got it. Yeah, so just basically like what specific results were you able to achieve from the program?
Since the program, I've gained 4 new clients, and I've been able to double my monthly revenue. And before, I actually had 16 clients. So just with those new 4, I've been able to double what should have been only a quarter of my results.
So what would you, what were some of the objections that you had before joining that some other people may have, and what would you share with those people after having gone through the program?
I did a lot of self-research, and I'm very self-taught in my industry. I have to keep up with my own technologies, and I'm not I'm a designer at my core. I'm not a business owner and an agency owner, but I've been turned into that after Matt and Ian worked with me. I've done other courses, I've talked to other business coaches, and they haven't really given me that full-scale lifestyle change that I needed to grow my business to a point where I can now live instead of work and still make money. So I would tell anyone that's considering the program, if you are ready to dive in full force and actually do something with your business, this is the time to do it. I heard about the program through Matt's Different Hunger emails, and it was talking directly to me. It said, hey, if you're this type of person, if you're in this type of business, if this is what you need, we are here. I was in the beta group, and I immediately responded. I think the email ended with, hit reply, and I'm like, hit reply. Wrote back, I said, Matt, this is perfect for me. How do I learn more? Got on a call with Ian and Matt, and they interviewed, they asked different questions, where I was at, what I was making, and I immediately knew that what I was telling them, they could turn it into something big. And they told me that, and I joined on the spot, and I dove right in.
Sweet. So, how has your experience been so far at the retreat events, Mastermind?
Oh, the Mastermind is killer. We are in the most beautiful country. We're in the most beautiful mountains. We are eating amazing food, seeing amazing things, doing amazing things, and that's not even the best part. I get to go home and I get to use the knowledge that I had here to completely change my business starting tomorrow. We are leaving tonight, and I am ready to go full force into this week. I have specific things that I'm going to change, specific things that I'm going to add. I have more insight on my packaging, my products, my scalability. I'm so ready after this retreat. My mind, my body, everything is zen and perfect and ready to go.
And what were some of your favorite memories, experiences from this weekend?
The horseback riding was awesome. We went through the mountains. I think it was probably 4 hours on a horse. I'm still feeling it, but it was amazing. Pouring down rain some of the time, but just as fun. Going up and down the hills. We ate our lunch out of this huge papaya leaf, which was amazing. The coffee. I am not even a coffee drinker, but I am now. It's so good. I have like 3 pounds in my bag to take home.
And was there any unexpected, rewarding experiences that you had this weekend that you came in not expecting?
I definitely expected the mastermind to be more of a class setting where Matt and the other speakers gave specific insight that could translate to all of us, but that was not how it was. It was extremely one-on-one. It was extremely personal. We had in-depth conversations that pertained only to me, my business, my clients, my industry, and specifically my niche, which is a geographic location around me. And through a very intense interview with Matt last night, he got to the point that I had been missing this entire time, and I've been in business for myself for 5 years. It was, tell me about your industry, and I've always said I'm a graphic designer for my small town and the small businesses. Well, what are the businesses? What are you going to offer them specifically? Who are these businesses? I answered those questions like I never thought I would. At one point he said, okay, the small mom and pop shops, you can do this for them, but what can you do for the next level? Well, I can do this for them. And then he said, well, what about the big scaling $3,000, $5,000 a month clients? I didn't even know that I could get those. And all of a sudden he said, who are they? Who are they in your neighborhood? And I figured it out. It is a manufacturing industry that is completely wide open in my area. I have no competition for it. I have no issue. I'm not being held back now. I can full force go in, give them my package, give them my pitch, scale my business with a project manager, and just light it up.
Awesome. All right. Final thing. Who should come to the next mastermind and why?
Every fucking agency owner should come to this. It is amazing. If you are stuck in your business, if you haven't had a vacation, if you need someone to tell you what it is and how it is, and you're open to really understanding what you're missing when you don't even think you have anything missing, it is right for you. And not to mention, this is the most beautiful place in the world. It is fantastic. I don't think we would have gotten the insight on the mastermind courses had we not gone out and seen this beautiful country, toured the town. They set up amazing excursions for us. Anna Maria, you did amazing. Everything came together perfectly. The hotel, the room, the accommodations, the food, everything was perfect.